Today we're going to be working on problem SE4 on page 228 in our textbook Financial Accounting 11E. So today's problem is working with a classified balance sheet, and we're going to use the information provided in our textbook to prepare a classified balance sheet. We're looking to prepare a classified balance sheet at the end of the year for the year ending May 31st, 2011. We have the following accounts: accounts payable $800, accounts receivable $1,100, accumulated depreciation equipment $700, cash $200, common stock $1,000, equipment $3,000, franchise $200, investments long-term $500, merchandise inventory $600, notes payable long-term $400, retained earnings is the item that we need to solve for, and we have wages payable of $100. So what we need to do is take this information that is provided to us and create the balance sheet in classified fashion, where we're breaking it out into the different categories we've discussed for a balance sheet: current assets, property, plant, and equipment, other long-term assets, a total for our assets, and then for our liabilities, our current and our long-term liabilities, and then our stockholders' equity, including our common stock and our retained earnings, and a subtotal for stockholders' equity. So let's get started here. So first, we're going to look at our liquid or current assets. And our three different current assets for this particular problem are cash, accounts receivable, and merchandise inventory. Merchandise inventory are the items that our business is looking to sell within the next 12 months. So the two columns we have here are a left-hand column, which is like the individual account total items, and then the right-hand column, which would be where we place our totals for the different subcategories. So we had cash of $200, we had accounts receivable of $1,100, and we had merchandise inventory of $600. We are going to rule, which tells us we're going to add these items up, and we're going to get a subtotal for current assets of $1,900. We then noted in our problem that we have investments of $500, and since that's the only item in that category, we're going to just put the total out here in the totals column. Then under property, plant, and equipment, we have the category or account for equipment. And then we have accumulated depreciation associated with that equipment of less accumulated depreciation of $700 and $3,000 for our equipment. The net value of the property, plant, and equipment, the net value is $2,300, and we're going to put that over here in that totals column. Then we have a subtotal or a subcategory for intangible assets. They are also considered to be long-term assets, and they outlined in the problem itself that we had a franchise valued at $200. And again, it's the only item. If we had multiple intangible assets, we would put them in the left-hand column and get a subtotal for the intangible assets. Then we rule here, and we add up the value of all of the different categories in the subtotal column. And that brings that to $4,900. So the value of our total assets is $4,900. Walking over to our liabilities, we have liabilities outlined in the problem of accounts payable for $800 and wages payable of $100 for a subtotal of $900. Then in our long-term liabilities, we had notes payable that the problem indicated were going to be paid for in a long-term over the long term, and that was for $400. So the subtotal for our total liabilities was $1,300. Our problem outlined that we had common stock valued at $1,000, and then we were solving for our retained earnings. If we look at our problem, we can know that since our total assets equal $4,900, we know that our total liabilities plus stockholders' equity have to also equal $4,900. So if we take $4,900 less our $1,300 for our total liabilities, we know that we have our total stockholders' equity is going to equal $3,600. So therefore, when we're solving for our retained earnings, we know that our retained earnings have to equal $2,600. So our $4,900 minus our $1,300 is going to give us, and minus the $1,000 is going to give us our $2,600 for our total stockholders, total retained earnings. And that is basically, don't forget to rule here. Same here. That is basically a synopsis of how to complete this balance sheet. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in class.